from reporters. Please limit your questions to no more than two. Chief Executive, please. Good morning. Hong Kong society is now stable and safe. My governance focus is on economic development and livelihood. The focuses include seizing the opportunities brought about by the country and enhance our competitiveness. Talents are the major components of our competitiveness. The National Immigration Administration announced 2 days ago that starting next Monday, a number of facilitation measures for traveling to Hong Kong will be issued, including extension of the period of stay for holders of an exit endorsements for business visits traveling to Hong Kong from 7 days to 14 days, and the expansion of application for talents to Beijing and Shanghai. And previously, applicants can only apply based on their place of residence. Now the application eligibility is extended to the whole of the country. Now, by extending the eligibility to business talents to Beijing and Shanghai, we will have 6 more categories of talents, including outstanding talents, scientific research talents, education talents, healthcare talents, legal talents, and other talents. There can be a multiple entry visa. The validity period is half a year, and the longest period of stay is 30 days. Some 100 million business persons in the country will be benefited. More talents will come to Hong Kong. The extension of stay is extended from 7 days to 14 days. Business activities will be doubled. The economic benefits will be exponential. The Central People's Government fully supports Hong Kong's shift from stability to prosperity. There will be more and more facilitation measures for Hong Kong. These include extending the multiple entry visa or individual permits to Xi'an and Chengdu. These cities have more than $100 billion in terms of GDP. And also, cross-boundary Wealth Connect 2.0 were implemented. And the CSRC has implemented 5 measures to extend the scope of the Connect schemes. Leading enterprises in the country will be supported to come list in Hong Kong. These are important facilitation measures for the market. I thank the Central Authority for their care and support for Hong Kong. I will continue to update the Central Authorities on our situation and strive for more supportive measures for Hong Kong. In particular, I will strive to extend the individual visitation visa to more cities to attract more high spenders to come to Hong Kong to increase the number of travelers and consumers. I hope all sectors in Hong Kong would make full use of these supportive measures while consolidating our inherent strength. Now, like our previous transformation period, we will continue to be diligent and be innovative and adapt to the new environments and challenges. We will show our determination to succeed. Now, the talent support measures I mentioned just now is in keeping with our policy goals of trawling for talents. Since I came into office, I've launched a series of talent schemes, including the new Top Talents Pass scheme and the enhancements to the General Employment Policy, Immigration Policy, and also Tech Talent Pass scheme. And I've also removed the quota limits on Quality Immigrant scheme. As of March this year, some 110,000 talents have come to Hong Kong via various schemes. For the Top Talent Pass scheme, as of March this year, 77,000 applications were received. Some 62,000 were already approved. According to survey, the top talents mainly work in managerial positions. The average income is 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. 1/4 of these talents earn $100,000 or more. 10% earn $200,000 or above per month. Many of them bring their families into Hong Kong. Over the past half years, there were 21,000 spouses of talents came to Hong Kong with them. More than half of them were below the age of 41. Many of them have joined the labor market as well. In the professional sector, the median income is $30,000. 10% of the spouses earn $100,000 or more. It is estimated that the Top Talent Pass scheme will bring about $34 billion to our economy, accounting for 1.2% of our GDP. Talents are a resource that the world vie for. Now, next week, we will organize the first Global Talent Summit in Hong Kong, comprising leaders from the academic, business, and industry sectors. We expect 7,000 participants to come. The summit will comprise 3 parts. That is International Talent Forum, the second GBA High Quality Talent Development Conference, and Career Connect Expo. Now, for the International Talent Summit, the theme will be the power of international talents. It will take a macro perspective to study the trend of competition and flow of global talents. Now, for the GBA High Quality Talent Development Conference, it is a joint conference hosted by the 3 places. It highlights the collaboration and integration of the 3 places. For the Career Connect Expo, some 100 enterprises will participate and offer tailor-made services for international talents in Hong Kong. We will play a role as a super connectors and a super value adder. We will provide matchmaking services between employers and employees and match the talents with the employers. By attracting talents to Hong Kong, we will be able to enhance our competitiveness and boost our economy. And then we'll be able to share the fruits of benefits with the people. Now, tomorrow is the Labor Day, 1st of May. I wish you a very happy Labor Day. For all those hardworking employees, I give you my gratitude. We attach importance to labor welfare. Over the past year, we have launched a series of measures to support laborers. We have seen admirable results. For example, last year, we launched the pilot scheme on re-employment subsidies. It will be launched on the 15th of July. This will be a scheme providing allowances for middle to high to old age workers who are re-entering the labor market. The Employee Retraining Bureau has adjusted the training allowance to $8,000. Now, concerning the review on the 418 continuous contract requirements, the Labor Advisory Board has reached consensus so that the requirements will now be 68 hours over 4 weeks working time. Now, we are going to introduce the legislative amendments to protect workers with fewer working hours. Now, we will study the report submitted by the Statutory Minimum Wage Committee. A decision will be made soon. Now, another area is occupational safety and health of laborers. And through inspection and law enforcement, we have been urging the trade to enhance safety awareness and adhere strictly to OSH laws. The Labor Department conducts timely reviews on OSH guidelines and requirements. The practical guidelines are updated regularly. Industrial safety is the responsibility of persons in charge, contractors, stakeholders, and frontline workers. Every employer must offer a safe and healthy working environment to their workers, as well as sufficient training and personal safety gears. Workplace providers must offer a properly managed and up-to-standard working environments. Workers themselves must have the awareness to comply with the safety guidelines. If there are any problems, they should discuss with their employers to improve the safety environment. Assessments must be conducted. Machines should be used to replace manual working in certain areas to improve safety. And also there must be an incentive scheme to improve the sense of safety. Now we must inculcate the culture of work safety in every worker so that we all can work safely and return home happily. We have a 3.8 million strong labor force. Every one of these labor is an important member of the family, which is Hong Kong. On the Labor Day, I will visit workers and listen to them. Thank you.
Now we open the floor to questions. If you want to ask questions, please raise your hands. Please identify the organization you represent, and please limit yourself to 2 questions. The gentleman at the front, please. Good morning, Chief Executive. I'm from Cable TV. You mentioned about minimum wage. There are news that there will be a review once every year instead of once every 2 years, and there will be a new formula, and there won't be any reduction to the minimum wage after review or according to the formula. Would this be reasonable, and is that in line with the benefits of our society? There are also members from the business sectors, that is Mr. Tommy Cheung from the EXCO mentioned that there shouldn't be a statutory minimum wage, and that the minimum wage will reduce the competitiveness of Hong Kong. How do you make of this? I would like to ask about the plastic ban. When can people use plastic containers in restaurants? There are controversies, and EPD as well as the EEB have different views on these. There are views from the sector that there are difficulties to identify alternatives to disposable plastic tableware. Will there be a timeline for the implementation of the second phase of the ban? In relation to statutory minimum wage, as mentioned, the Minimum Wage Commission has submitted a report. We will make a decision as soon as possible. We will make the announcement as soon as we have a decision. We have to protect the interests and benefits of workers, and we have to also ensure that the statutory minimum wage set will not lead to a loss of certain job opportunities. We will have to ensure economic growth, because it is only with economic growth that we can offer job opportunities to people. So we will make a decision as soon as possible. We hope that the decision we make can fulfill a few objectives. First, the formula that we come up with should not be too complicated, that everyone can understand. We have to ensure certainties as well as factors that we can anticipate in the formula. In relation to the question about the plastic ban, I see that phase 1 has been implemented in a smooth and orderly manner, and it looks like citizens have gotten used to the new approach in terms of the new requirements imposed under the plastic ban. According to news reports, 60 to 70% of people, when they order takeaway or when they dine in restaurants, they do not ask for disposable plastic tableware. We also see that there are more people who are buying reusable utensils. We want people to change their lifestyle or day-to-day habits, and it looks like this is not causing people too much trouble. Of course, during the process, there's always room for us to make improvement. Restaurant operators or alternative suppliers, I believe, will continue to improve their work, and they will continue to supply different types of alternatives to disposable tableware. On the question about what type of containers to use at restaurants or for takeaway services, people would like clearer interpretation to our current regulations. The EEB has time and again given explanation to people. They will continue to explain to people about the actual operation. Different types of laws govern different issues. In terms of the regulation on plastic ban, I believe EEB will continue to do explanatory work to people. While the plastic ban is being implemented in a smooth and orderly manner, we will continue to monitor how people are getting used to phase one of the ban. We will take into account the actual circumstances under the plastic ban before we make a decision on what to do for the next step. As we make a decision, we have to consider whether there are enough alternatives in the market. We also have to look at whether people can afford the prices of these alternatives. So we will implement phase two in an orderly manner. We'll take the second question, the gentleman on the second row.
English questions from the South China Morning Post. Firstly, with regards to the plastic ban policy, has the Environment and Ecology Bureau failed in policy explanation given the confusion over the plastic ban on, for instance, the display of sushi at supermarkets and also confusion over dine-in at some stores? And also, is your government still confident in pushing forward with a waste charging scheme in August, given the situation we have seen with the plastic ban so far? And the second question, with regards to the upcoming Golden Week as well, is the government worried in particular about the weather issue affecting its highlight firework event for the city on the first day of the Golden Week holiday? And why isn't there a sort of special border arrangements as seen in previous holidays during this Golden Week holiday? Is there any particular reason for it? And what sort of measures would the government take to ensure that the city can handle the tourists coming into the city during this holiday period? Thank you.
In regard to waste charging, in particular, the use of plastic bag to do graded charging, it is already in the law. The government is seriously looking into ways to implement it. That is why we have introduced this drill to target 40 types of premises, to see how it is being implemented, what problems are being encountered, and what are the response and opinions of the people who are going through the drill. To me, a policy that affects each and every one citizen of our almost 7.5 million population is a serious matter that need to be examined, so that while we want to ensure that environment is well protected, we also want to proceed steadily, so that people will be able to change their behavior in a steady manner. And also very important is, because it's affecting everybody, how people think and feel about it. So I have asked the Deputy Chief Secretary to oversee this drill, to listen to the views, and we will examine the feedback to decide how we will proceed. In regard to plastic bags, and of course, the Environmental and Ecology Bureau has indicated the stock is quite enough for its present use. So they have made arrangement to deal with that matter. But we will, as soon as possible, review the overall implementation details in the drill, and also examine the views and opinion expressed by the people involved, and come to a decision. When we come to that stage, we will inform the public ASAP. As regards our preparation for the Golden Week, we have been fully geared. CSTB has, on more than one occasion, organized interdepartmental meetings to ensure that full preparation has been made in different areas. These include ensuring that at the boundary control points, airport, there will be sufficient manpower, special arrangements, so as to ensure that the crossing at the boundary control points will be smooth, orderly, and will be handled as quickly as possible. We will be making special transportation arrangement. In some area, we will be increasing the supply of public transport by some 40%. The command center will be in operation 24 hours so as to address the different issues that may come out. There will also be special arrangement for some pickup locations for cross-boundary transportation. And on some particular day, the last train that will go to Lo Hu will also be extended. The announcement of all these measures have been made very clearly. And of course, we want the experience to be a pleasant one. So we are very glad that those who are involved in the service industries are all geared up to ensure that they will provide special services to ensure that they will make good use of the opportunity, and also to ensure that there will be good experience. And our Tourism Commission, together with the relevant bodies, will also be turning out on those days to ensure that things will be worked out orderly and smoothly. We have made a number of promotion activities, such as the pyrotechnic display. Of course, we want to do the best to ensure that it will be most welcome and enjoyed by everybody, tourists and Hong Kong people. We will do our best, but of course, weather is always unpredictable. We will inform the public about the decision we make as soon as possible, as circumstances permit. But there are a wide range of activities that have been arranged to welcome visitors during the Golden Week. And a lot of them will proceed regardless of weather condition. Of course, we will do our best so that we will ensure that visitors will have a good experience.
時間關係咧，我哋解答今日。
In the interest of time, this will be the last question. The lady in the front. Good morning. I'm from Now TV. During the Golden Week holiday, because of inclement weather, there may not be a pyrotechnic show. The catering and the tourism sectors are worried that their business would be affected. So will that affect the reputation of Hong Kong as an event capital? Over the past 10 days, 2 cinema lines have closed. Now there are a lot of empty shops, and there is a wave of closure of business. Do you agree with this observation? And does this mean that we have a poor economy? For the Golden Week holiday, the government and the business sector are fully prepared to make sure that we can seize the opportunity brought about by the Golden Week and to enhance traveler experience. There are a wide range of activities. There are very rich elements. Of course, we will seek to do our best every step. But every city will be affected by weather. So this is something we can't control. Very often when you travel to another city, activities would be cancelled or postponed because of inclement weather. I believe we all have similar experience. So we will do our work on multiple fronts. I think Hong Kong society should take a proactive and optimistic approach in dealing with every problem to showcase our best to the travelers. If we have a habit to have ourselves caught up in experience which are very common everywhere and exaggerates the difficulties, then that would be inappropriate. That would not help Hong Kong to scale new heights. But I welcome the discussion. It would prepare ourselves psychologically. There are industries facing changes in operating environments. On the other hand, there are new and emerging industries. New enterprises have come to Hong Kong. Large-scale foreign enterprises have rented office premises in our business districts to start a business in Hong Kong. Industries need to adapt to changes in the global environment. Some may be faring less well, but there are new competitors who are joining the fray. So this is something natural during a transformative period of our economy. Hong Kong people are very creative. We can adapt to the changing circumstances. In different areas, we are seeing more vibrant economic activities. Footfall will become revenue. So we should showcase our best to the travelers and Hong Kong people as well. As long as we are confident in ourselves, we can develop Hong Kong well. That concludes the press conference today. Thank you.